The one time I forgot my belt and I had that, I put it on. And I like it. It's like a floating bridge of heaven belt. Right, gold and blue, you know. Probably. Well, this doesn't seem to. All right, we'll try it again. Wrap it, insert it, turn it. But you got hearing aids and the skin, so it's, yeah, looks like it'll stay in. Okay. Hey, onegaishimasu. Okay, let's see. Let's start out with katate dori, you know, a step back motion. Okay, you know, we're gonna, there's a attack, you know, what we're gonna do is distract as a part of that. Well, it can be a striking motion, all right, but we're gonna use it as distracting that motion, right? Even here, distract, sets up the step back. Okay, so let's pair up. So, now, hold it, distract. Boom. Yeah. You have to hit them, although boom, you could. Okay. Part of the motion. Okay. Now, no, don't pull. Extend your feet. Step back. Good. Other side. Yes. Invite. See, I'm not going to come to this. I'm going to look at the body. Let's stick it out there. All right. I'm not going to deal with that. All right. Now, so I'm going to grab it. Okay. Now, if you're going to eliminate the pull, turn your hip. Good. Okay. Turn your hip. Don't pull. Turn your hip. Now, it's part of turning the hip. Strong. Step back. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Now, angles. Okay. Now, there's several. Like one, this is the angle of his shoulders, this possibility. But also right here. Boom. Just a, you know, simple. Okay. Boom. Okay. Oh, and offer. Right. Off. Boom. Yep. Right. So, get my attention. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, don't get too caught up in the angle of it. That creates motion. Okay, you see what I mean? If I'm okay, I got to get over here. I have too much in my head. Yeah, that works too. All right, you see what I mean? But mainly right here. Other things start to show here. Okay. Hello. Loose, easy. Step back. Use it. Right. Hips rotate. The extending off of that hip rotate. Step back. Out of the shoulders, looser, freer. Yeah. And when you're here, right? The weight is under. And you're carrying your weight in your shoulders. If I good, that was nice. Feel that? Just settling into the floor. Feeling like good, right? Right. Stephen Curry when you step to the free throw line. Not quite the same thing, but it's easy, right? Okay, so, yeah. Okay. And we can, let's see. Okay, that much. Just pay attention. Okay. Now, important also, something just happened to me. I got to deal with something just happened to me. I'm proactive. Offer. Boom, boom. All right. Offer. Boom, boom. All right. Not something happens to you. Now you got to deal with it. Even here. I offered it. Okay. The psychology is a little different. It's not you're welcoming the attack, but you're welcoming the connection with your partner. Okay. So let's drop down. Then ease into the back fall a little bit. Okay, same partner. Hello. Okay. Okay. Well, now one of the things right here, you're tying yourself up. Open, 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 open. Your energy is being tied up by the situation. Offer, offer the arm. Okay, good. That's good, Ian. Keep it offered. Keep offering it. Good. Now don't react to me. Right. The reaction. Yeah. Okay, now that's a pull. Okay, what's important right here? What happens? Boom. I remember one time this guy grabs Hikazuchi Sensei. He just goes, whoa, with a big CI. Here, move. He goes, okay, here's a laser V right in your third eye. All right, so extend your feet. Right, relax, easy. Okay, now right there, you're setting. Go. No set, no set, no set, no set, no set. You're there, vital, there. Touch your toes. We're mobile. Right? Rotate your hips without a pull. Now, see right there, that's already set. Okay, boom, boom. Easy. Yes, that was better. Now, don't push. Just keep extending and rotate your hips. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Okay? All right. Okay, now, right there. Your attention's out here. Put your attention in your center. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? All right? Because when somebody grabs you, your center goes out here. But offer, create space for yourself. I'm going to come for the body. Good. Right now, touch your toes. Up a little bit, so you're a little bit more mobile. And back. Okay, that was good. You see the difference right there? So you don't want your center right here. Okay, it's out here. Now the real center is inside. Up, back. Okay, now they're giving me, what do I want? I'm buzzing. I want some attention. Give me some attention. Boom. Yeah, you could smash my nose, but we're not going to do that. But step back. Good. Okay, now when you start to go back, you start to pull. Don't. If you pull, the attacker pull. If I pull, he pulls back. Now, if he does that, I'm going to have to open him up a little bit. Boom. Okay. If you hold really strong right there, it's like, no, I'm going to open you up a little bit. Now that could be a strike, but I'm not using it that way. All right. Stay loose, easy, free. That's a pull. Just don't raise any, just slide back. Good. Don't raise any for now. Just slide back. Okay, good. Now without the pull, turn your hip. Don't step. Good. Now make your movement. Yeah, feel that motion. If you try to do everything at once, step back. No, turn your hip, then step. Boom, boom. Okay? Turn your hip. Now step. Okay, feel that motion right there. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Now let's okay. So right about here, that motion here. Now, and she keeps holding right here. If she lets go, we do this. But uke, in receiving the motion fully, it's like vitamins. Okay, now she lets go, let go. She's eating junk food. Uke is very important. She keeps the connection. Now, right about here, we're going to get to here, and it's easy here, a stretching motion. Okay? But here, good. Now, the other thing is don't force yourself on anybody. Put it up. All right. Now, back. Feel your way here. All of a sudden, my center is out here. Now, my center is inside. I feel my way here. Rotate the hip. Keep holding. Keep ingesting those vitamins. Good. So now it's a good stretch right there. Okay. So let's progress to standing. We'll kind of take that into a Shihonage movement. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. One of the things that is important, for example, if you're coming in this direction, okay, continue the whole. These are vitamins. They're key vitamins. You're feeling the motion. Okay, you see that motion? Okay, it's not just a fall person. Okay, is part of the whole energy mix. Okay, so right here, keep holding so you feel the movement. Easy, relax, feel the stress. The body's been filled with ki. Okay, nice, relax. Okay, all right. Yeah. One of the things about that, if you start, first of all, extend out. Easy here, easy. Okay, so I don't want to do a lot of spinning right now. Keep holding. Yeah, because you're ingesting key vitamins. As you could. Now, wait a minute. Do you want me to show a spin? No, I'm just gonna fold your arm and give it back to you. Okay, great. That's all we're gonna do. Very good. Oh, right about here. Relax a bit, so look, it's a nice stretch. Your body's ingesting all the, it's key vitamins. Yeah, it's vital life force. All right. So, okay, by continuing to hold and receive it that way, it's enhancing their own energy. Okay. All right. Now, one of the things, for example, when you're here, take a step back with your, no, not that one, the other foot. Oh, you see, you've got a base there, right? A base. You've got a base. Okay. Now, you felt that. Yeah. Good. That part's getting in. And now you're going to take your step. You got a base there. You felt it. Okay, you don't want to be up here. You have a foundation. Therefore, as Nage, again, that's part of the vitamins, the vitamin exchange, so to speak. Okay, all right. Cool. Okay, now one of the things right here. You kind of seen the technique is a bunch of twists. No, no twists. It's a turn here. Hold on. Yeah, a little bit more motion. Now right here, if he wants to. Off of that. Go to there. Okay. Now you come in, we can add a little bit more motion. Easy there. Easy. Relax, get your ground. You're right in your shoulders. How high? Jelly. These are vitamins you're ingesting. They're key vitamins, enriching your life force. If you say hi, we're eating junk food. Yeah. Join Donald J. Trump for a Big Mac. Big Macs are probably fine. Good. Now easy, no pull. Relax. Sit back. Relax. Shortly. You don't pull. And that's it. So, kind of rotate your hips. Good. You're starting to extend me out. Keep extending. Do your turn, even though you're tall. Yeah. Okay. I want to let as much of that in as I can. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Now, let's look at Uke. Let's look at Uke. So, and now, just a little clearer. It's a step back motion. If she comes in, I'm going to step back. So they're part and parcel there. Okay. And that step back. We could do other things, but we'll stay with what we're doing. She continues to hold. Right there, there's a potential punch. So make sure that you continue to rotate, cover your face. Right here, there's an arm bar there, but easy. Fold the arm naturally there. And right there, just relaxes. Just receiving the energy. Call them vitamins. Okay, all right. Now, we're going to trade roles. So she steps back. Good. Oh, receive. Go again. I'm up here. I'm eating junk food. Easy. There's a base here supporting you. Okay. So uke is very important. Ingesting a lot of vital energies is uke. From too high and too tight and off balance there, I'm eating junk food. There's nutrition in junk food. There's a bunch of other junk. Okay, so at some point, you want to eat food that gives you life force, not keeps you going, sort of. You know what I mean? So if it come in this direction, boom, back. That's good. Boom. Okay, good. Right about here. I keep the connection. I keep holding there. Receive the motion. Okay? All right, let's go one more time. Okay, don't put the hand too. Now tap me on the nose. An extension out there for a reason. You have a feeling of it? Yeah. Now what happens sometimes, okay, I want to pull your arm out, get you down. Now I just want to extend you out. And right about there, you're in a position where, you're in a pretty secure place. I take the ball. The energy's flowing. So it's like, if I go this way, I'm pulling you into me, and somebody big, I don't want to do that. Plus somebody maybe a little bit more temperamental, Marshall, touch me on the nose if you got your hand. Where is this? Okay, all right. All right. All right, good. Back. Okay. Now you start to push me, I start to push back. Just extend. Okay. Create space. When you push, you get the opposite. I push back. Good. Now feel your way there. You know it's there. Feel your way there. Okay. Now you know what you're going to do next. Feel the next move. Okay. Cover your face. Okay. Step. Hold the arm. All you're doing is giving the arm back. Yes. And I'm grateful. And receive that motion. Okay. All right. Okay. Good. So if we can, let's right. So create space if you can. That's a little bit more. Okay? Oh, he's moving towards me. Looks more like that. More energy. All right. But we'll start out with that motion. But if he's running, okay, I need to absorb that a little bit more. So we'll get there, but we're going to continue. Offer back. Don't look. Feel your way there. If he continues his attack right there, good. I want to feel that. If I'm looking for this, now if he comes at me, then I think that I gotta be ready with something else. Feel, connect. Now, notice right here, I'm thinking about the turn. No, I'm in a very good place right here. But we're just going to fold his arm, give him his arm back, and then there's okay. So we'll go in, stretch into the fall. It's very important. The Shihonage is a really complex move. Okay, and for example, here, I start to pull on his arm, he pulls back. This makes it difficult. Well, we have other backup movements. But notice even on that one, what I'm going to do is all I'm going to do is fold his arm back for him right here. Now, right there, we have the closing motion. Step twist now. Extend, cover your face. Just tickle my nose. I'm lost in the idea of the movement. Cover your face. Turn around, give him his arm back, fold his arm back. We have a move. Okay, let's keep the same partner. Let's finish that motion. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, one thing I kind of want you to do, even though we're kind of going this way with it, but realize, right here, there's that much. All right. So even though there's that, there's the energy. Okay. Tighter situation, more basic. Yeah. Now he's running towards me. Good. Okay. 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 So we're going to go to this next, which is more the circle. Right? So cover your face. Come on. Good, good. Pretty secure. Well, I'm going to give you your arm back. Okay. So when you're in the more basic situation, slow, you're pulling here. First of all, rotate your hip. Okay, good. No pull. No step. No, back. Yes. All right. If you step back without the hip in it, you start pulling, twist the body. Then step. And step back. Good. Feel that? Yeah. Nice and easy. Okay, so it smooths out, doesn't it? Okay. Thank you. And right there, there's a base there. There's a base there, which you have when you're okay. So you should, of course, to have it as Nage. Go again. Good. No, no. Okay, good. Step into it. You got a base there, don't you? I felt it as okay. Now you got it as not good. Okay, good. Okay, now one of the things about it, there we go. If you touch the turn, it kind of tightens up.
Huh.
If I rush the turn,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
You want to tap me? I don't think so. I'm just not then. Old. Yeah. Not going to rush that turn at all. Right. I remember instructional film Hikuzuchi Sensei did years ago. And he was explaining it as Shihonage said, do not rush the turn. Do not rush the turn. That's a mental guy trying to figure out what to do. Your body, we're in a Aikido school. Go. That feeling a little bit right there?
Yeah.
Mental guy trying to figure the movement out. Understandable. You're an Aikidoist in Aikido school performing an Aikido movement. Very good. Now you're ready for other things. All right. Okay. All right.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Now let's look at more motion. Okay, in other words, we started out with the grip, but we don't freeze right there. We stay open. Okay. She's coming at me. Huh? Offer. Good. So now there's a bit more of a turn. Similar though. The hip rotation. The rotation of the hip creates more extension here and allows me to step back. Okay. Now she's running in motion. I'm going to rotate the hip, step back. I'm going to tickle my nose. Cover your face, or you take the step. Face it. Okay. Easy. Okay. So let's change partners. Let's open that first part up a little bit more. Just a step back. But what we're doing right here. Okay. Right. Same partner. Yeah. Again, the feeling a little bit. Do your work early. Offer a little bit more space. Offer a little bit more space. Now, if you're here, we just did that one. Okay. You're here. Okay. Early. All right. But you're charging at me. Do your work early. All right. So offer. As I'm grabbing, you're moving. Okay. Now, right there, keep the arm up where I get it. If I don't get it, I'm looking for something else. Okay. Yeah. Good and good. 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 Now hold this for a bit. Breathe. Yeah. Okay. Because your movement's good. But this connection right here. It's one of the things right. Shihonage. There's an opening to the face. Cover the face. Okay. But the first part, offer here. Oh, cover the face. That's the motion. So that's easy. Good, 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 good. Cover the face. Good, good, good. Yeah. Then you got it. You're touching all the bases. Okay. Hello. You're kind of like my granddaughter. She spends all of her time now on her devices. We used to play games and stuff, but now it's all things like Roblox.
My dad showed me a picture
Uh-huh.
of her on when you post on Facebook, and she goes to my school.
Yeah, I know. That's what I've heard. Okay.
Just like,
Can't do a front set.
Okay. So something right there. All my attention is getting entangled here. Okay, my foot kind of shrunk into this little knot here. It's open. Oh, hey. All right. One of the things there. Back. Now again, you are getting mental. You're an Aikido in an Aikido school performing an Aikido movement. So we don't need that dialogue going on up here to start, do we? There's intelligence that's required in a wholly different mode movement. Okay. Now it all was good until you pulled here.
Huh.
When you pull here, the other person pulls back. Don't. Then you're here. No pull. I fold your arm back for you. Okay. But you see, you don't want. We want to avoid at the very end.
Yeah.
Everything becomes, like basically the Warriors lost a couple of very winnable games. They should have won, so they got to win today. That's that little box out
Yeah.
there. That's not good. That's right. As a fan, I'm going, we're screwed. We did this to ourselves. I hope we win, but we didn't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, let's go back. Good. Cover your face. Hold the arm. Now you're pulling on the arm. Relax your shoulder. You just hold it. Give me my arm back. That's all you're doing. I'm going to take your arm. I take your arm. You don't want me to take your arm. So I'm going to help you feel your arm open and your system open. Okay?
Huh.
All right?
Yeah. Huh.
So one of the things right there. Good. Now right there. Don't lift. Because when you lift, you're pulling. Now, what do you do? Rotate your hips. No, don't pull. You want to encourage my key going out. And now you got that.
Yeah.
See? Lifting, pulling. See, there's that and there's that. But what is it? We're part of a spiral going out. Right? Yeah. Yeah. They're connected in a spiral movement, aren't they? You're doing both. If you do one or the other, you create a tension. And the system can't flow. Just flow includes both you and Uke. Okay, good. Good. Keep going, keep going. Keep going. Yeah, you fold the arm to give me the arm back. Okay. 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 Now let's look at we'll go back to just the hold here. Step back. Again, feel your way here. Reach for it. It opens up a lot of stuff here. Now, if he comes at me, oh, right, reconnect. Okay, same motion here, but we're going to continue to turn and we're going to do a pivot. And now we have a Tenkan motion, don't we? Tenkan. Even both. I want to do this move, but there's somebody standing there. So I'm going to use him as a shield. Tencon. Conversely, there's somebody standing behind him. I don't want a Tencon from my background, so I'm going to use him as a shield here. He gets to be my shield. Okay? But we need both modalities. Basic theory. Okay? All right. Theory in the dojo you put into practice. That's just an idea. Okay? All right. So what are we doing? Same thing right here. Just gonna go back to this. Now you may do something other than what there are other variations possible. Okay? But we'll stick with what we're doing. Pivot. Turn off of that pivot. Okay? So let's change partners. Go back to the hold and we step back, but let's go into the Tencon motion. Yeah. Okay, now you're kind of with the tall person's problem. Okay, but okay, back. Okay, now, but boom. Turn, no, don't step yet. Turn your hip. No, turn your hip. Just turn your hips. No step. Good. And see the hip, helps extend that, right? With my extension, now you take a step. Okay? Other than that, it's a pull.
Right.
When I pull, he pulls back. I mean, if there's that, I'm going to take his attention. Okay? Better. Yes. Now hold there for a bit. Now you're trying to break free. Don't. Raise. Cover your face. More. You're tall. I'm going to have to raise more. Good. Now just turn around and fold my arm back and you've got a movement. Yes, you are at a disadvantage. Okay? In basketball terms, I'm around the hoop. You just dunk over me. It's a mismatch. Okay? But I'm Stephen Curry. We work to switch. And you're out of the three-point line having to stay with me. That's a mismatch. And 3 beats 2. Okay? So both size and lack of size, but mobility, they have their own blessings. Now, first of all, rotate your hip, step back. Good. Now, if you push on this, I realize, just put your hand there. Okay, good. It allows the energy in the situation to flow. When I'm tensing, trying to control you, things can flow. Good. Now, you just tighten. Why? Because I can. Easy.
Huh, yeah.
You just tense. Why? Because I tense. No, easy, easy, easy. Easy. It's not easy if you haven't noticed, but it's important. Better. That's good. Yes. Now what you're trying to do is you're trying to go forward and break free. Don't. Brace. Good. Cover your face. Well, you're trying to break free. I'm not going to do it, but somebody might be sharp and just say, easy there. Now, easy. You don't have to rush that motion. Then now, okay, take your side with it. Pull my arm back. And yes, you're at a disadvantage because you're taller, but it's not impossible. And you realize after a while, all the height difference does, it accentuates certain things that create tension, which blocks flow. And so you're very conscious of what you need to do to stay in the flow zone, working with somebody like me who's shorter than you. All right. And, you know, I remember years ago, we were playing the Houston Rockets when they loaded up to beat us. And they were working a lot of isolations, you know, switches. And they had James Harden on Kevon Looney. And Harden couldn't get around him. He could not get around him. It was amazing. We won the game, of course, but yeah, what happened? Well, the mismatch, well, generally, like size against mobility out in the perimeter wins, but Looney knew how to use his size to create angles to limit the mobility. Klay Thompson was the same thing. You could put him on a pretty mobile point guard. He was tall, but he could stay in front of those guys because he understood angle. Okay? So right here, easy, rotate the hip. Yes, step back. That, okay. One part of the same package, create the space. Good. Now, feel your way there. Don't pull. And now, right about there, you know, there, cover your face. Good. Now, yes, easy. Don't pull. Just hold my arm back and give it to me. And you've minimalized the problems that a tall person has. Okay? Yeah, I mean, there's no way that Martin shouldn't have gone around for Von Looney. They were switches, so he was being defended by Looney. And Looney just, and I was going, this guy's good. Yeah, this is like 2017, 2018 for, you know, right? And he was just a backup that they put out there, but that was impressive. And then I started to watch Klay Thompson for the leg injuries. He's the same thing. He's longer. And therefore, you know, somebody who's thicker, he uses his length to create angles that are beneficial to him and the Warriors. So you're tall. Good. Now you're creating an angle in space. Good. Now right there, instead of twisting, cover your face. Good. Marshally, that sounded. Now right there, don't pull. Just relax. I'll slide into the space when you allow me to. If you feel the hand here and tense, I pull back. I make it impossible for you. Then you get crazy ideas like maybe I should break the guy's arm, and then there's a whole way where it's kind of like our economy now is going into the tank. Okay, yeah, all right. So we after a while, something's got to do. But anyway, okay, okay, good. Now, and all right, so what we're doing right now, we're kind of majoring right now in the Shihonage. Okay. Now, one of the things is that, you know, you don't want to pull or twist, right? That's one of the tricky areas. It's not a pull or a twist. It's a connection. Okay. For example, all right. We don't do Swati Waza this way, but this is here, for example, we go here. Okay. All I'm doing is what? Well, the face is exposed here. I'm going to cover it. Now, and as I'm covering it, I'm rotating the hips, not twisting the body. I twist the body, I pull, she pulls back. Okay. Okay. I want her energy flowing out. In this case, she's holding. I want her energy flowing out through that grip. Okay? Makes sense? All right. Now what we're going to do is she comes with a striking motion, a yokumen. Okay? Okay? Now, that can see as a blocking motion. You're creating a protective globe or sphere. Now continue to turn the hip. Okay, good. We have the same motion. Okay. Okay. All the grabs and everything are good, and somebody, all right. Come on, see, push or the sphere rotates, doesn't it? And it rotates into position where we can do exactly what we were doing before, off of the grab. Okay, okay. But nothing complex here. You're just extending, but you're creating a protective sphere for yourself. It's spherical. She comes in, okay, boom, good. Okay. And here we are again. Okay. So we're going to switch the attacks because this has done quite a bit in Aikido. But we've kind of done the grab attack to kind of get the body more in a flow. Okay. So let's switch to the striking action. Okay. Different partner. Yeah. One thing right there. Don't react to the contact. Okay. Okay. Now I'm set here. It's a sphere. It rotates. Push. Good, good, good. It's going to continue to go. Okay. Oh. And one of the things about it, so you want the sphere allows that motion. Right? Now he's bigger. I feel his weight because I set. Sphere is going to rotate. You're protecting yourself not with a blocking motion and a grabbing motion. For example, okay, no, just take one hand, okay, and push. No, push, good. Now push. Push. See what happens? The sphere rotates, doesn't it? Push. See a lot of Aikido movements that way? Now, this isn't a blocking motion. This is creating an energy sphere, okay? So when somebody's coming in this way, create the sphere, rotate your hip, step back. See that motion? Okay? Now, don't step back this way. You rotate the hip. You want the rotation of the sphere to create the space. You see what I mean? Yes, good. Now, yeah, you got that there. Cover your face. Cover your face. Yes. Right? Well, your sphere is collapsing right when you need it. Open it up just like you're blowing up a balloon. Okay. Touch. Okay. Now rotate as I push. Good. Feel that? All right. Now push it into me. It's a collision. All you're going to do, don't push. When I come to push you, turn. Okay. Feel that motion right there? Now. Now create your hand blade extension. You now created a sphere. It's energy. There's no real physical sphere there, but your energy is spherical. Okay, you're not going to block. See here? Now rotate. Okay, now right there, clean that one up. Turn your hip, don't step. No, you step. Turn your hip. Good, now step. Okay. You got it exactly where you need it. Okay. Yes. Now you can step right into my punch, cover your face. Okay. Yeah. Dojima Sensei used to have fits with people, you know, they lead with their chin and Shihonage. He's like, yeah. Just see the guys that were the worst of that were the guys from homebrew. He would go, Jack. We do things a little differently down south. They said, yeah, I can see why we do, Hit me in the face. Nope. Cover your face. You step. Don't twist the wrist, just simply cover your face. Now there's other stuff going on there, but you don't want to talk about energy spirals to beginners. You just want to teach them something that they can take with them. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And so again, it's important that you see this not as a blocking motion. Let's say he comes in, he grabs here. Okay, good. It's a sphere. You're creating an energy sphere, right? In comic book terms, we're Green Lanterns. You know how he could create all this crazy stuff out of his ring, right? Okay, that's pretty cool. I thought Green Lantern. The guy used to. I think I'd rather be him than Superman. If I get tired, I can take my ring off. Superman can't turn it off. I'm stuck hearing everything and right. But it's a sphere now. Okay, good. All right. Now let's just say he's coming with a more direct attack. Good. Now I want you to see how a lot of times, for example, I get directional, it becomes a block. This is here. And what powers the sphere is the free rotation of your hips. See, there's motion going on. Now it comes into the other side. We'll go same thing. Rotate. Counter rotate. Right? We could do it off of a showman strike, but you're probably much more likely for somebody to come that way. Okay. So as he's coming in, create the sphere. Okay. And this is tricky. Tojima Sensei would do this, and I was trying to figure out the beam, right? And so my energy construct was off. Oh, and traditional Japanese, they just let you make mistakes forever. Well, until you discover it, you see what I mean? But what do you see? It's a sphere. He rolled off of it. Now you're back here. Now, the important thing is a change of direction. This is the yin, this is the yang. But the change of direction has no set moving. This one's good. Okay. So kind of a manufacture an attack instead of Jodan ski. Jodan meaning upper part of the body, the face, Jodan, right? Ski, a striking motion. All right. Okay. Gives you a lot of time to step into a safer position. Now there's no set here. Okay. You see the wave here that's creating? Boom. Okay. So now we're easing into some striking movements, but the principle is the same. Okay, if you grab me, okay, see this is sphere right here. So you're trying to hold an energy sphere that's expanding, expanding, expanding right here. Okay, then whatever. Okay, this construct is a very important one. Okay, let's change partners and attacks. Okay. Whew. Okay. Okay, now one of the things here, okay, you can't be looking at him and do the movement. So one of the things by turning, you're actually getting him and his view. Okay? Well, I'm trying to blend with you, but all I see is the fact that we're different. Okay. In that motion. Okay? Looking at you. Sphere. Sphere. What's nice about a sphere? It just rolls up your arm, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And of course, that engages your hips as ball and socket joints. Now rotate your hip. Good. Now extend out into the sphere, creating a, no. Our energy is going over there with a straight path right there for an attacker. You don't want that. Extend. Extend. Now don't pull. Rotate your hip, step behind. Yes. Okay. Okay. If we have that ball there, try to punch it. You try to hit it, it'll rotate. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to block something, you should have a shield like Captain America. But even he, has uses more skillful about it. If I'm coming in, see? Don't go here to go here. You're going to blow up a balloon. It's protective space. Now, don't feather. Okay? All right. Yeah, when he comes out with that burst of speed, it's not a quick movement.
Oh. Yeah.
You just created a protective sphere of energy for yourself. And that sphere is going to roll up his arm. When you try to do it fast, I'm thinking about the movement, I'm doing the movement. You want to clear the eye out, let the movement happen through you naturally. All this is natural law. Extend. Go that way, you're going to get your wrist count. It's a sphere. It's not a sphere. It's flat. Okay, now hold it for a bit. It's a block. It's not. Sphere is expanding. Better. Now, let's see if we can get that a little smoother. Now, one thing you're kind of afraid of, is this contact point. You're too quick. Roll. Better. You're creating a protective space. You see what I mean? You're not blocking. You're used to blocking for obvious reasons. Better. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to go check the score and see if the game has started. Probably not.
The Giants are doing too. They're doing 3-0.
Really?
Yeah, for Spurs.
Let's see. Well, let's go. Yeah. Huh. Haven't started yet. Let's see. Crazy. I guess rocket speed. No. Yeah. Okay.
But they're not like.
All right. Okay. And one of the things about extending, it oftentimes appears like a blocking motion. You're creating a safe space for yourself. All right. Now, one of the funny things here, for example, it's just kind of form this position. Just form it. How come somebody doesn't punch you right through that? Because the system just forms the sphere. He's meeting, we talk about triangle, okay? You can see the triangle here, but the sphere is important. Good. Now, what he's going to do, he's going to roll up my arm. Just enter. Don't push. One of the things, just now, for example, here, I'm going to roll up your arm. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to try to push you. I'm not going to try to fool you. I'm just going to roll up your arm. Now you turn around to find out where I am, and I have a movement. Irimi Nage, okay? 20-year technique. Terry Dobson and I had a discussion once, and he said, Jack, I think it's 50 years. I said, I agree. At least 50. Okay? So standing, just watching and say he's coming in this direction now with a striking motion. Now here, it's kind of like the guy that's on the cover of Mad Magazine. Whitney Word, you know what I mean? That's the idea. But right about there, boom, boom. Now, this is a change of direction without setting. Okay. If you set, you create a separation. Right? Right? All right. And sometimes, that's the blind angle principle. When I first started watching professional basketball, you had Bill Russell, you had Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain was a monster. And Russell could neutralize him. Russell was no wimp. I mean, he was about 6'10" and 250 pounds, and Chamberlain was 7'1" and 300 some odd pounds. So they're physically a bit of a mismatch. But one of the things that Russell would do, and Russell realized that, basically there are key points in the game. Chamberlain's going to get his 40 points. The question is, when he really needs to score for his team to win, you have something in your back pocket. And what Russell would do is, he would go into Chamberlain's blind angle, and Wilt was looking for Russell to overpower him. That's what was back here. So when Chamberlain looked for him, all of a sudden there was Russell contesting his shot. That's yin to yang to yin. Okay. Now let's come into the other hand, right? So it wasn't good. Now see, there's a turn here, but there's also a counter turn without a set. Okay. In other words, the ability to go this way and this way. You see Osensei sometimes, he kind of almost seems like he doesn't turn at all. But he's doing the yin to yang, the receptive to positives. We just don't see it because it's in key. But we're training an Aikido to be able to see it. So we can do some level of it, but because what he was creating was harmony. Not just a martial move. And yeah, it was martially sound because he was a genius. So the nice thing is we get a little genius in us, right? So right about here, boom. Come on, good. Now right about here, what you're going to do is counter rotate without a set, and then you have that. That's how simple it is. And the key word is simple and easy are not the same. Okay, let's go one more time on that one. What I do with it? Hi, go ahead. You're just looking for something in my pack. Yes, here it is. Okay. That Korea's playing. If you try to move them around too much, what happens is you get some movement away and we're going to clash with them. The one thing right here, rotate the hip, counter rotate the hip. All right. Okay. For example, you, honey hondachi. Good. You don't want to move them around too much. If you create a body in motion, then when you got to reverse the motion, you run into it. So right about here, there's this motion. But,
Where'd you go?
huh? Rotate, counter rotate, no step. Okay. It's like a koan. It's not easy to do because you go here, we come back here, but both of them easy. If I'm moving him too much out there, he doesn't want to stop moving. All right, which makes if I want to do the movement, I go against his desire to change direction, which is the movement. We're going that way, without a fit motion. There's a flow experience there. Okay, so one of the things, just a simple step and a turn without a set. You get him moving, he's big, he's tall. You're gonna have a horrible time trying to do the end part of it. Okay? All right. Yeah, one of the things that we could try to do with now you're coming with an attack. Okay, now what we're gonna do something with a boom, boom, which is that motion. In other words, I'm waiting for the attack. And yes, I know what to do. But on the other hand, boom, boom. Okay. You know what that's like in basketball? It's a jab step. It's a jab step. It can't go like this. The jab step sets up maybe that. Okay. All right. So jab step. Boom. In other words, you gotta mean it. Now I don't really mean to hit you in the face, but the key is there, like the jab step. You see what I mean? In other words, you're going to come at me, boom, there's a guy. You react to that, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hit you because it's an Aikido class,
Right.
right? But I'm going to use your reflex mechanism to harmonize with it.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a little advanced. Although if you watch your sensei, he's so much like after a while, because he does it. It's kind of an energy jab step, right? He
Yeah.
pulls you in with his key, right? Okay. Anyway, that's
That's cool.
oh boy, not good, not good. Not good. No, we'll see. Okay. Okay. One of the things we could do, for example, here, just with the ski, all right, touch, rotate. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide here. You might come in underneath this. I'm going to rotate the hip. Okay. Now, or cancel. So you can set the ski Rokkyo up, but a lot of times people don't just come at you this way. They kind of, and so you got to do. You might not be able to roll the arm over into this position. So let's come with the other side. Touch. Okay. Now also you got a free hand. Feed. Roll. Now here, I'm going to set to put my weight in his elbow. He will set to prevent that. So no set. Okay. That's the Rokkyo move. Easy on the arm. Okay. All right. And sometimes you don't have time to load here and do the full Nikyo. Okay. And so the Rokkyo is quicker. It also is a little more jujitsu. Not that that's wrong. It's just that people, you know, forming a touch, first contact, second contact, first contact, second contact. Now you feed the upper hand, roll your hips over, and boom, we have a movement. Okay. So let's try the ski. It's a little different than the higher punch we were doing. Okay. Different partner, but with the Rokkyo motion. Oh my God. Okay, now one of those things right here. The right hand. Actually, and this one would be left to right. We're gonna form a cross. Gonna move, thumb over thumb. I'm gonna go that one. Actually, the hand here is like Kotegaeshi. Okay. Now I'm gonna draw here. You might not have a time to straighten your arm and do that, so we roll it over right here. Now it's important. You don't put a lot of weight there. What I'm gonna do, we're gonna play teeter totter. This end goes up, you go the other way. Okay?
They do, yeah. Now, you don't need to grip, you don't need to grab with this hand.
No. Form. Good. Now feed. And you got the movement. Okay. Okay. Right. Good. Yeah, don't put weight on the elbow at all.
Right.
Okay. Now most people what they do is they put some figure and put weight here.
Right.
So we're going to get a good fit. Now this band goes up, you go the other way because it's a teeter totter. Like this way. Right.
Sure.
An old Robert Koga teaching. All right. You don't want to give somebody, when you push, somebody pushes back. Now you might be strong enough to go in there and break their arm anyway, you know. But on the other hand, I hope they would do the whole thing. It's quick and it's merciful. And almost anybody can do it.
Sure.
All right. So when you get here, you don't want to good fit down. Good fit down. This end goes up, the other end goes down. The teeter totter. Okay. All right. Okay, now we need to kind of get that a little more precise. Here comes to this right, my left. Now we're going to do is we're going to insert down here. And what I'm going to do, I don't want to do this because I'm standing right in front of him, so I'm going to, all right, as I'm doing it feeds the other hand. And now I may not have time. It takes a long time. Rokkyo is quick. Okay, then we got that. Okay, that goes the other way, so we go this one. Go this one, right? Like you're gonna record a guy shake. Let's just slip this hand in here. And you move. And this hand rolls over and you got that grip. Okay, we need to get that a little cleaner. Okay? It's like kotegaeshi, but you slide this hand in. You slide to the side, thumb over thumb. Then right here, obviously. You're tall, okay? So I don't want to be putting a lot of weight. I'm just going to get up here and there's that motion. What's that motion? Dropping weight on the elbow. We're going to raise this hand. It's a teeter-totter effect. Okay? Okay? So if it's coming in that way. Not that one, it's that one. Okay? You don't put the weight there. And the hip kind of really what the rolling of the hips does the movement. Okay? All right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, there's a big basketball game going on, so I checked it a couple times. When I first looked, it was 6-4. Clippers 6, Brandon Podjemski 4. Then the next time I looked, it was 12-6 Clippers. And the last time I looked, it was 13-12 Warriors. So, you know, it's a big game. I don't know, just and the NBA scheduled all the games at the same time, you know. Okay, so anyway, okay, thank you very much. Let's see, next week is the 20th. What I'd like to do is to schedule the regular class, but do the Mitamasai. It's a 1 year yearly celebration of Ueshiba Sensei's passing. That's technically the 26th, but we may need to leave that open if we can get something at the Nikkei Matsuri. Okay, so I'm going to do it early. Okay, so let your friends know, people maybe that haven't been here for a while, that we're going to do the Osensei thing next weekend. Okay, all right. That's about it. Hope the Warriors win today. It's a big game. All right, thank you. Yeah, that's.
Watch this.